All right, so for question number 1 here, we got calcium oxide reacting with sulfur. So this is a single replacement reaction. Sulfur is going to replace the oxygen because those are the two nonmetals. Okay, so we're going to end up with CaS plus O2. Okay, 1 mark for each one of those. All right, I've already swapped and dropped CaS, by the way. Okay, did it in my head. That's the way it looks. All right, and now we got to balance the whole reaction. Start with sulfur, an 8 here. Okay. An 8 there to balance the calciums, and a 4 here to make the oxygens work. 1 mark for the balancing. Okay, for question number 2, that's combustion reaction because we got the hydrocarbon reacting with oxygen. So 1 mark for carbon dioxide, 1 mark for water. Okay, it's an even number, so I apply the rules of 2. Okay, so 2 times 10 is 20. Okay, so I'm going to need 20 here. And 2 times 22 is 44, so I'm going to need 22 there. And then that's going to give me 40 oxygens plus 22 more is 62. So I'm going to need 31 there. Okay. They're all out of 3, yeah. All right, so for number 3 here, we got a double replacement reaction. So we're going to swap the 2 metals. So that means that sodium will end up with hydroxide, and iron will end up with phosphate. Okay, we have to drop and swap them. This one's a +1, that one's a -1, so that one's fine. This is a -3, and this is a +2. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's a +3. Sorry, looking over on the other side. Whoa, seeing too much of a hurry here. +3. Okay, so this one is fine. The way it's written, PO4 is -3, right? Yeah, okay. All right, so that one's fine the way it's written there. Okay, now we have to balance the whole thing, so we're going to put a 3 here to balance the sodiums, which will make my hydroxides work. Okay, and now everything else is balanced. So 1 mark for sodium hydroxide, 1 mark for iron, 3 phosphate, and 1 mark for the balancing number. Okay, for number 4, that's the synthesis reaction. So we got phosphorus reacting with nickel, and again, it's the only trick I have, so I play it every time. Okay, this is going to make an ionic compound. Nickel first, okay, phosphorus second. Okay, phosphorus's charge is -3, and nickel, what's nickel's most common charge? +2, okay. So we got to drop and swap, so we'll have Ni3, P2. Okay, we need a 2 here to balance the phosphorus, and a 6 there to make the nickel work. So 1 mark for having Ni, P in that order, 1 mark for having it swapped and dropped correctly, and 1 mark for having the equation balanced correctly. Oops, sorry, I did that one already. All right, and then for number 5, we've got nitrogen trihydro. Oh, sorry. No, you have to reduce them. Yeah. Okay, so we have nitrogen trihydride or ammonia, and that's the only reactant. So that's a decomposition reaction. It's going to break down into nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas. 1 mark each for those. Okay, we'll start our balancing with the nitrogen, okay, by putting a 2 here to make it work. 2 times 3 is 6 hydrogens. 3 times 2 is 6 hydrogens. Okay, give them a mark out of 15 real quick, and then I'll mark them and hand them back, and you can see them then.
For number 3,
no, there should be no brackets on number 3. There are no numbers required outside. No, they could still get the balancing right.